Sorry, it's been announced, mate. Retirement.
Yeah, it has. It's taken 6 months to come to terms with. It's taken 6 months to, finally decide that it's the right decision. And yeah, we announced it this morning that I'm no longer going to continue fighting, and it's time for me to hang my gloves up and retire.
But it's been a good journey, a good 10 years, mate.
It's been phenomenal. Like, when I set off fighting at Doncaster Dome in 2009, my debut, did I ever think I'd end up fighting at Madison Square Garden? Absolutely not. Did I think I'd even win a Commonwealth title? I always dreamed of it, but did I think I'd actually do it? Probably not deep down, but through hard work, sacrifice and perseverance, I reached my little mountaintop, and I look over my shoulder and I look at my career, and I'm very content. I'm very, very happy. I surpassed my potential for certain, and although I'm very sad to call it a day, I am very happy that I've had the career I've had.
Yeah, you can sit back and look back and go, I did alright there.
Yeah, 100%.
There was a few moments where, I got to meet you. Did you move to the VIP gym with Jamie? Was it on the Derry Matthews fight?
2000 it was at the beginning of 2013. Hey, can I have sugar now? I've retired.
So I got to know you. I think it was the Brasuela fight. And for me that was
Daniel Brasuela fight.
It was a cracking fight, wasn't it?
It was a mint fight.
Where you got up because he caught you. Was it in the same round when he caught you with that body shot?
He put me down in the second round, and he just totally buzzed me. I got straight up. I probably got up a little bit too early. Completely buzzed me in round 2, and then he just kept putting me down and putting me down.
Body shots,
body shots killed me.
Twice in the same round, and it was like, whoa, how do you get up from that? And then you force the referee to stop it in the last round. And that was a great defining moment for, I think, what your career's always been about. It was about blood and guts and glory and showing everyone,
Yeah, it was almost like my stamp. Saying boxing sounds a bit brash, but it was my brand. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was how I was going to approach every fight. I was going to leave it all in the ring, and I think I've done that.
Then there was that.
Never quit.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that was something where everyone you knew you were going to get a good fight when you went to see Tommy Coyle, and then I think another crowning moment was when you fought Michael Katsidis, former world champion, and you stopped him in 2.
I was scared to death for 12 weeks in the training camp for that. I remember being at Eddie Hearn's house when he offered me the fight, and I was like, wow, the same Michael Katsidis what fought.
I remember him destroying Graham Hill.
And his nickname was the Brit Basher. He fought. He's fought many Brits and won many times. But listen, I've had a fantastic career. I'm not the greatest fighter in the world. By far. I'm not even the greatest fighter in the city I'm from. But I've had a good go. I've loved every second of it. And I'm going to be okay after boxing. I was always had
head for business.
Not even so much a head for business.
You must have, mate.
I was always mindful that boxing
was going to come after boxing.
Well, just like boxing was only going to be for so long. It was only a small part of my life, a small part of my career, and that how can I put it? You have a shelf life.
Yeah.
Every fighter has a shelf life. Every person has a shelf life in their chosen profession. And I knew that it was only going to be limited, and I knew that I had to use the boxing as a vehicle to set things up for after boxing, because I've always wanted a family. I've now got that family, a wife. I've got to provide, and it's become so much bigger than that. If I'm honest, I've used my brand, I've used my relevance well. I've got a phenomenal company. I have a fantastic team of people.
There's very few professional fighters who've done as well as you've done. And
for my ability, and in terms of, you know, how good I am, I've done much better outside of the ring than I have actually
yeah,
inside
I mean,
it.
in everything, in life, just generally in life, the way you've set yourself up, and the way that you've worked hard at every single thing that you do.
You have to. You got to make hay while the sun's shining.
A lot of people don't know, do they?
No, and that's sad, and that's, you know, I almost see myself. I'm not saying I'm a guru or anything like that, but all these young fighters that I'm involved with that are still, you know, only 12 and 13 years of age in my gyms, hopefully I can be there as a, you know, a guidance, you know, and teach them that, you know, you've got to, listen, I was expelled from school. I made all the wrong decisions a young lad could make growing up, and if it hadn't been for boxing, I'd have no plan B. And a lot of these kids, boxing attracts wise guys and tough guys. And usually kids what are expelled, usually kids what are on the brink of going left when really they should go right, when they're at crossroads. And I can hopefully, having come through it and made the right decisions at the right time, because I did make a lot of wrong ones in the beginning.
Sometimes you have to make the wrong ones so you know the right ones further down the line.
Absolutely, there is no wrong or right really.
It's just a route.
Just a route, yeah. Sometimes you have to go round the houses, sometimes you get lucky and you end up straight there. But I can almost be their sat nav.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can be their sat nav to success.
Well, is that your dream now with the boxing gyms? Would you love to take one of those kids to the levels that you got to and better?
I want them to surpass me, for sure. And there's so many young fighters in my gyms who can easily surpass me. I just want to be a good person. I want to be happy, if I'm honest. Because, you know, for the last 6 months, I haven't been happy. I haven't been.
Was that because you were indecisive about this decision?
Yeah, and I almost knew at the back of my head that it was over. Like a part of me, do you know what it's like? It's like grieving. It's genuinely like grieving. Don't worry, I'm not going to cry. I've cried enough. I've been crying this morning at home. It's like grieving, and it's going to be tough for, you know, a number of weeks after today. But I will get my head around it.
This is the first step towards.
Yeah, I won't let it beat me.
I've
never let anything beat me. I might have officially been beaten in a fight, but I'll never quit. I'll never lay down, ever. Oh my fucking wildest dreams will I ever quit, ever. Because I tell you, if you quit, it's over. But if you just fucking hang in there, and this is a message in life, if you just find a way to fucking hang in there and refuse to lose and just say no. I try explaining this to the kids. Law of gravity, yeah? You drop that, the law of gravity says you've got to come to the floor. The law of fucking average is the same. The law of average says if you refuse to lose and you don't quit, eventually, law of average says eventually you're going to be fucking successful, you're going to make it. If you're looking for number 4 in a bag of balls, you know, 1 to 100, and you take out 5 and you don't find number 4, but you think, do you know what, I'm just going to keep going till I find it. Eventually you're going to fucking find it, aren't you?
Yeah.
So just keep going. Find a way. If you can look up, you can get up, that's for sure. Some people choose to stay down because it's easy. I've never done that, ever. I couldn't look myself in the mirror.
Well, so you're excited then, because I mean, you're involved at the end of the month. I'm up here to interview some of the fighters.
Yeah.
We've got Lewis Sylvester on there, another local boy. We've got Sonny Taylor, another exciting cruiserweight local boy.
Lewis Sylvester.
Coyle looking really good. You know, these are all local boys who are hopefully going to step into your shoes and eventually Luke Campbell's.
These boys can surpass me. These boys can surpass me. Lewis Sylvester, he walks in my gym, 15 years of age, maybe 14, I'm not quite sure. I'll never forget it. Tony Bull was in the gym taking a session, and he walked in with his mate, and he came in the gym because it was fucking freezing outside and it was fucking free, because I made all my gyms free to every kid under 17, and there were the only 2 reasons he come in the gym. And I saw him, and straight away I knew the kid had ability, natural ability. He wasn't, you know, amazing, but you could see just the way, you know, his body mechanics moved. He had ability, and he had potential. And it's like the old custom art of saying, you know, I'm not preaching here, but you know, a boy comes to you with a spark of interest, and you know, you feed the spark until it becomes a flame, and then you keep feeding until it becomes a roaring blaze. And that's the beautiful thing about all these kids coming in the gym. You see a bit of potential, you see a bit of ability, you know, you show them a bit of love, you show them a bit of attention, you pass on your knowledge, and they become they become better and better and better. You know, they have a fantastic amateur career as Lewis did. Turns professional, won every fight, and I sit there in the crowd and I watch him and I get right buzz out of it. I genuinely do. Another one, Sonny Taylor. He's a banger, can punch. I like them punchers because you're not sat there watching a game of chess. Don't do anything for me, a game of chess. But stood there trading and having a tear up and entertaining. That excites me, and that's what Sonny Taylor does and will do. And he's got a bright future in the game. So I'm very, very proud.
Who was the guy who first ignited your flame? Because I mean, you come from a sporting family.
Carl Heath. He was a boxer. He was homeless. He was an orphan. Turned his life around. Lives out in Canada at the moment. And he turned his life around through boxing, and I think he realised he was very, very good friends with my dad.
Right. And
I think he realised that I was a bit of a loose cannon at a young age of 6, very hyperactive, wanted to be, terrorising around all the time. And he took me down to the gym. 6 years later, he actually bought me. Do you remember the Nazim tapes, License to Thrill?
Yeah.
He bought me a License to Thrill VHS back then. Watched it and I was like, that's what I want to do. I think I wanted to do the flip into the ring, but I never mastered that. And
but were you never tempted, because obviously you got a brother who's a professional footballer at Fleetwood, you got another brother
I played football, I played for Leeds United.
So why not take that as an easier route? Or was that?
Do you know why? If I'm totally honest, and this is no disrespect to any sport, I played football and I wasn't bad at football. I was never as good as my brother. He was always, how Louis is a fucking great sportsman. He can turn his hand to anything. And how Joey's, I played a racquetball with our Joe the other day, and he turned me off the park. And he's an unbelievable golfer, professional golfer. But where was I? I do this all the time.
Well, I do all the time. I was listening there.
We were saying.
Yeah, why did you pick boxing?
Why did I pick boxing? Because there's 11 people on a football field. When you win, 11 of you share the praise.
Yeah.
When you fail,
so selfishness.
A little bit. 11 of you though also share the criticism, and I quite like the severity of, if you win, your hands raised, and if you lose, then there's nobody else to blame.
Well, you've always been your own biggest critic.
Yeah, and there's nobody else to blame. It's you're self-reliant. Like, obviously you have your coaches and your trainers, and you're supposed to execute a game plan, but that was my biggest
well, do you know, I think
biggest battle with Jamie. I never listened.
The best time you did though was against VIP's Sean Dodd when you won the Commonwealth. That was.
Do you know what I think that was down to? I think it was down to need and want. I needed and wanted to win so bad, because up until that point, I'd won IBF International, WBC International.
That was one of the big four though, wasn't it?
But they're turn a penny these days, do you know what I mean? They're just
stepping stones.
No, I'm not going to say turn a penny, because there are many fighters. Listen, hanging on to that IBF title against Daniel Brizuela was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Training and preparing for the Michael Cass. So they're not turn a penny. That's disrespectful in saying that. But winning a British, winning a Commonwealth or a European title is a title.
Special,
it's a special title. It's a bona fide title that you can be extremely proud of. And I always wanted one of those three. I fell short fighting for the British title, although I did think I pipped it by a point when I fought Tyrone Nurse. Only because of the knockdown, I thought I'd won by a point. However, I didn't get the decision. So when it comes to fighting for the Commonwealth title, I knew I needed to win. And if not, then I would have retired then. Yeah, I genuinely would have called it a day then. And I knew the only way to beat Masha Dodd was to stick to the game plan, because he's as tough as I am. He's as game as I am. And if I'd have got dragged into a war with him, it'd have been a battle of. I just think we'd have probably both gone on and gone on. We'd have needed 15-20 rounds. So I knew that I had better boxing ability than him. I've actually got good boxing ability, but
sometimes you choose not to use it and have a war.
I chose not to use it a lot of the time, because if I'm genuinely honest, I can get bored in the ring. having a standoff and having a chess match and trying to work somebody out, I get a bit of a kick out of a stud on someone's chest and having a fight with them.
I think it's why you please so many people.
Yeah, and do you know what? I thought about this the other day. If I'd I'm probably rabbing like mad because I've had a coffee. I just want to show up now. But if I chose to box and use my ability a bit more, would my career have been as exciting? Would I have probably gone as far as I've gone? Would it have been as appealing to maybe Sky and Matchroom and Eddie or Adam Smith? You know, would it? I don't know. So have I got any regrets? None at all.
Who's been the biggest friends that you've made through boxing?
Jamie and Nigel for certain. Steve Wood though, right? What a beautiful man he is. Like, he's a top. Listen, Lee, you know he's a good man. You know more than most how much
he gives to the sport.
Yeah, and he don't want anything back.
Doesn't.
He probably lost millions in this game.
He's lost more than his game. Let's put it that way.
For certain. And I think unless you've got TV, most boxing managers, promoters in this game do, but they probably just love it.
Yeah.
And Steve's one of them guys, and I love him to death. Him handling. Anyways, don't know again.
Was that nice then? Obviously, I know the bond between you and Nigel and Jamie is special, but what about the bond that you've made with Cal Frampton?
I was just gonna say, he took the words out of my mouth. Cal was over here the other day. When Carl lost to Josh Warrington,
He told me off.
I did, didn't I? Yeah. Because you come with your... I did. I'm sorry, Lee. You come in with your camera, you're like, oh, Carl, can I get the words? I said, Lee, I was crying more like, because if you... I went, Lee, fuck off with that camera. Jamie reminds me that. Jeez, I forgot. But Carl's a good man. He's not had great people around him. Up until the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I really get on with him. I've got a whole lot of respect for him. And I went to see him after the fight against Josh Warrington, because obviously the decision didn't go his way. He chose to box the wrong fight, a stand-on fight with Josh, which was the wrong thing to do. I think he never respected Josh as a puncher. And yeah, he didn't win the fight. But
the bond that you two have got.
Well, I know what it's like to lose, and I know what happens when you lose. And when you're winning, everybody kisses your ass. Everybody, you know, it's the old saying, notice who's in the changing room when you lose.
Well, I was there.
Yeah, for a fucking interview. And I flew over to Belfast to see him.
Yeah.
Because I wanted him to know, I don't give a fuck if it's Carl Frampton, the Jackal, you know, the two-weight world champion, or Carl Frampton who's fucking homeless. I don't give a shit, because he can't benefit me in any way other than just be a friend to me. I don't need or want anyone for anything other than a bit of love and loyalty. I'm a bit of I'm a strange kid, me. And so I flew over, went to see him. Anyway, he says, right, he says, you didn't need to fly over here just to see if I'm okay, Tommy. I said, no, I did. I said, I did. Because he's helped me loads in my last chapter of my career without even realising. It made me believe in myself, give me a sense of confidence. He's a good bloke. I love him to bits, and I've not known him long. And yeah, I think
we're a lifetime friend.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. And I think we'll become even better friends. With me and Holly, my wife, we're going over to spend some time with him and Christine. And you know, he's insisting that we stay at his house, and I'm like, fuck it. One, I like to walk around in my undies, so I like to get an hotel. But it's nice that he wants to invite us to his home and stuff with the kids, and yeah.
Well, there's some special bonds in that gym, I must admit,
100%.
and then you were a major part of that. I remember going down there. I mean, how many times you wound me up? I can't believe it.
What about that time?
Lomachenko, I was absolutely gutted.
So I've rang you, I've gone, Lee, it's Tommy, I says, got your camera with you? You've gone, yeah. I said, I've got an exclusive feeling. You said, right, I'll be 15 minutes. You come in, I think you just woke up, haven't you? You come in with your camera. I said, right. I said, It's an excuse for us. I'm giving it to you, VIP TV. No, no one else is actually.
You've got Steve to back you up on that. I was gutted with you.
I phoned Steve and said, Steve, we've got to have Lee over here. And he said, right, come on then. So you put it out as well, didn't you?
And then I'd gone to, I think I had an eye appointment. I had to have the eyes tested, and so I put it out, and it honestly had about something like 400 views in about half an hour. And we don't get many views.
Because you titled it Coyle v Lomachenko.
Yeah. And as I put it out, and I've gone out, and I'm looking through my phone while I'm waiting in the opticians, and I've just seen Lomachenko is announced that he's fighting in Boston against someone else, and I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't get home in time. By the time I got home, I think it had about 700 views, and considering that's about the maximum that we get for any video, and considering it was less than an hour, I was like, wow.
Oh, listen, I don't take anything serious.
Except for working out.
Oh, I work hard, listen. You can have all the ability in the world, all the skill in the world, but if you ain't going to be a grafter, you'll never make it. Because talent only takes you so far. It only takes you to probably round 6. If you ain't done the work in the gym and you haven't made sacrifices, then you're going to get found out 100%.
But it's a great sport, boxing, because you don't have to be naturally the most talented person in the world, but if you're willing to, as you have worked hard and commit to it, then you can achieve so much.
I have a mission statement in my gym, which I put it in there for all the kids that are walking. Hopefully they see it and it nudges them and it lodges in their subconscious. And it says, talent will only, and I remember writing it, talent will only take you so far. But if you're willing to work hard, make sacrifices and persevere in times of adversity, success eventually is inevitable. And it's the latter part of that which is the most important. A lot of kids fail and a lot of people lose and they quit. And that's when you need to fucking dig in and think, right, come on then, you bastard. And it's at that point when I think you learn a lot about yourself, you become stronger, you grow as a human being.
What was that one moment, I mean, I know you've had lots of lows, but you have many highs. What was the worst low that you came through to come back to boxing and regain the highs?
Losing to Luke Campbell in Hull. Remember, there was 15,000 people in that stadium. And it was all from Hull, pretty much. East Hull versus West Hull. Gold medalist versus, I don't know, fucking East Hull's. I don't know what title have I got. I am just, a kid off the estate, which is, had a few scraps and entertained a few people, and losing that to him was fucking hard. Walking around the city and trying to have your head up and be proud. It was tough. I felt like everyone was looking at me. I got a bit paranoid. I think I had a few fights and stuff, like on the cobbles. And yeah, it was just tough. But if I'd have quit then I got all the stuff like so. From that was 2015, 2019.
What do you think that's because?
4 years.
Carl would have come not long after that.
He come 2 years ago. We spoke about this the other day on the Joe podcast. Like them last 4 years, if I'd have quit there, or quit when Derry beat me in 2013, I remember walking around here, Long Street Sesh, embarrassed, everybody stopping me and knowing I'd been knocked out.
I know the way you think, but the way you perform in your fights, no one can ever criticise you because you do give it your all.
But it's more of a personal thing, innit? You want to be a winner, and no matter what display.
When you fight some of the best guys in the world, you can always, sometimes you're going to come second best, aren't you?
Well, it's only two horse race, isn't it? But listen, let's not fucking jump the gunner here or anything like that. I'm not sat here, announcing retirement as a world champion or anything like that. I'm just a kid who loved fighting, and boxing's been my best mate for 25 years. I've had a fucking love affair with it.
Who helped you to make the decision? Who did you sit down? Did you speak to your dad?
Do you know what? Right, I went to. A lot of it's from my eyes. I can't fight the way my eyes are anymore. I would have to have an operation. And Dad'd be like, I don't know, jumping in a fire, getting burnt, burns heal, and then jumping in a fire again.
Yeah.
It's silly. The reason why my eyes are bad are because of fighting. So I've got 3 kids, beautiful children, what need to become young men. I've got a wife that, you know, I need to provide for and look after. And not just that, I've got 30 people that work in my team. And, you know, I'm not invincible, but I'm a vital part of my organisation. And I need to have my brain, I need to have all my faculties intact to, you know, keep the business going, keep paying them their salaries which provide for their families. So it's bigger than boxing now.
Yeah.
A lot of people rely on me. And as well, how can you sell health and well-being if you ain't got your own? Do you know what I mean? You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. And Matt, when I went to see the neurologist, what I was going to say was, the same day, my oldest boy is only 4, Archie Coyle, and he said something to my wife. He said, I want Daddy to stop boxing. And he's never really said that before. And she didn't tell me until after I'd seen the neurologist. She said, how weird is this, Tom? She said, Archie said he wants Daddy to stop boxing today. And he don't know you want to see a neurologist. He doesn't know what a neurologist is.
So little things together added up.
When she asked him why, he said, because I want Daddy to take me everywhere. And he understands that when I say I'm going to the gym, I can't take him to school, or, you know, I can't take him out on his quad, or so it's probably a selfish thing for him because he wants me to do everything with him. But
boxing, but by being a successful boxer, you have to be selfish yourself.
Yeah.
So perhaps it's time not to be selfish no more.
Took him football training last night, and he scored about 14 own goals. But I told him how good he was after it. And dad, if any dads are watching this, okay, and
praise him, no matter what.
My dad was a bastard for it. He said, yeah, fucking shit, you should have gone to bed earlier the night before, or if you're up on that, well, I didn't play Xboxes, but I can imagine, you know, sometimes they say, if you're on that fucking Xbox all night, you know, you might have played a bit better. I said to him, hey Arch, you was fast last night, or tonight. I said, you was fast. I said, and them tackles, I said, oh God, they was crunching. Like, always praise them.
Yeah.
Because then they start believing in
Well,
themselves.
there's enough people in the world to knock them, isn't there? So you don't want to be knocked by your own family, do you?
Right. I'll never knock anybody who tries, ever. Ever.
Well, that's why
one of the lads got something wrong at the company the other week. It cost us a fortune, but it's a mistake.
Mistakes
I'm
happen.
not going to punish him for it. He tried. Didn't work.
As long as you don't make that same mistake again, you don't mind it.
Well, if you spoil them, then they get the backup, and it becomes. You've got to know what colour people are. I know what most colours the kids are in my gym. I know that if the kids are red, I'm a red. I can flare up if I need to. But I've got a bit of tint of blue in me where I'm soft and loving and caring and emotional. I'm not going to go to that kid who's a red and go, right, you, because we're going to lock on, we're going to clash, and then, you know, we're never going to sort anything out.
Do you see people like that in colours then? Do you use that the way you...
Yeah. So, like, if the kids are blue, you know, if the kids are red, I'll approach you with, look, you know what, I need you today. I need you to, like I'm saying, one of the lads, I really need you to pull it out of the bag today, and I know you can do it. You've got more ability than I ever had. I need you to really, really shine bright today. And approaching them that way, we're saying, you get the best out of someone. And that's what being a leader's all about.
Finding the best way to get the best out of someone.
I'm not a businessman. I don't know the ins and outs of business, but I know how to lead.
You know people?
I know people, and people buy people.
Yeah.
Susie Wong, I said to her this morning, she put a lovely Instagram message out there, and she said, Tommy's been with us since day one, and I just commented on it, and I said, do you remember when another company called Fight Label come on the scene? Do you remember the Fight Label?
Yeah.
I said, and a lot of people jumped ship, didn't they? I said, not me. I said, do you know why?
Are you are loyal?
Because people buy people, and I didn't buy their products. Yeah, their products, you know, is a part of it. But I bought Melissa. She's a lovely person, big boxing fan.
Yeah.
You know, always replies to your message.
One second, Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa, lovely lady. And people buy people.
Definitely. And that's what we about boxing. There's not many bad people in boxing. Not at our level anyway. You know, the level what
because a lot of them are street kids.
Businessmen sometimes are not always the nicest people, but
a lot of them are street kids. Do you know what I mean? And they understand. Not being born with a silver spoon.
Let's finish on one of your finest moments in boxing. It's got to be when you were over in America and you did back.
Oh, Eddie. Yeah, jeez.
Has he forgiven you yet?
I don't know.
That was brilliant.
I tried calling him the other day just because I wanted to give people that have been good to me and people that have helped me along the way and given me a platform and supported me. Before I actually announced this to the public, I made sure I called every single person that I care about, and I made sure those that have been good to me.
I think I had a missed call from you, sir.
No, from me personally. Well, would he not tell you? And you'll have probably been recording me on the phone like this to get the exclusive. So yeah, I phoned him, but Eddie's busy. Like you know, likes of people like AJ Golovkin on his cards. He ain't gonna you know what I mean. I'm just.
But you're certainly one of boxing's characters, mate. And I think boxing will miss you, but not for too long. Like I say, I think you were bringing your lads through up to the professional stage very shortly.
Always be around this game because I love it, and that's half the reason why I got out when I've got out, because I didn't want to
fall out of love.
Yeah, and I didn't want to end up maybe potentially getting injured and hating the sport and being bitter towards it.
Yeah.
I'm retiring, still in love with the game.
Brilliant. We'll leave it on that note.
Thanks, mate.
So, mate, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks to you as well for always documenting my my career. Yeah. Whether it's true or false.
So, take care, mate. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.